I lived in England when I was a teenager, and a few months ago I decided to write this poem. It's a true story. It's called Teenager in London's West End, and it is in Mobius, 2007. Teenager in London's West End. It was a cool night, and West End theatres were closing. As I walked past Lord Nelson's statue toward the London Tube, I noticed a tall, heavy-set man walking with a beautiful young woman. As they drew closer, I realized the man was the actor Orson Welles I had seen on TV in old Hollywood films, like Citizen Kane, The Third Man. I was so surprised and happy at my good fortune that I stammered, "Hello, Mr. Welles. May I please have your autograph?" "Why, yes," he said in his deep, resonant voice. I tingled with glee. I quickly scrambled for a pen. That is, I tugged and prodded, glancing frantically at Orson Welles, waiting patiently while this star-struck slip of an American girl looked for a pen, a pencil, or even an eyebrow pencil. Exasperated, I finally said, "Do you have a pen, Mr. Welles?" "No," he said. Then he took the young woman's hand and walked away, while I stood there in Trafalgar Square, starstruck and dumbstruck in the velvet London night. One of my favorite restaurants, two of my favorite restaurants in Queens. One is King Yum, which is one of our sponsors, and the other one is an Italian restaurant, Tutto Bene. And one day I was coming from the bank, and I decided, I'm going to treat myself to lunch. So I went in there, and I ended up writing this poem while I was sitting there. I pulled out my pen and wrote this poem. It's called, and this is also in the magazine, Mobius, A Cinnamon Day. On a warm cinnamon day, ivory clouds askew, she left the bank, walked to the tree-lined block to Tutto Bene. Seated alone, she noted a white-haired couple savoring cheesecake drizzled in chocolate. A cropped brunette sipping champagne with two young men. Italian bread was set upon a white linen tablecloth. She studied a painting of a young blonde woman in a wide white hat, legs crossed, aboard ship with a collie. For 30 seconds, she wished she were the woman in the painting on an adventure to the Taj Mahal, ancient Acropolis, or to the African tundra. Minestrone soup and hot antipasto arrived, thrusting her into the moment, melting her thoughts like snow on Mount Kilimanjaro. Thank you. This poem I wrote, I was reading an anthology, I believe it was the Baltimore Review, and I was leafing through it, and it had this poem, the title was Pomegranate. I think it was Pomegranate Sin, actually. And I said, I'm going to use the word pomegranate in the poem, so I'm going to write it right now. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I wrote this in September. It's called Pomegranate Sky. A wrinkled day with kitty corner folds leaping out of the sky so shy and sly, it makes you want to remember the Quaker oats boiling in the pot at sunrise, the canker in your mouth that wouldn't go away although you gargled and swished till the cows tramped home. Remember the swimming pool down on Harvard and Vine, the kids splashing and diving, you holding your breath, champion that you were, till you were as crimson as a pomegranate sky. It's that wrinkled day, that kitty corner wrinkled day with dimpled folds leaping so high they could soar straight into the pomegranate sky, the sky so wide and sly. That was the day you lied. You lied under that wrinkled pomegranate sky. Woo, woo.